What's up, everybody? It's me, Brian Spaduti. All right, you ready? Week 4 is in the books. I gave you guys a lot of info. So now let's jump in to week 5 of my 6-week Intro to Flexible Dieting program. Enjoy. What's up, everybody? It's me, Brian Spaduti from Genesis Personal Training, and we are jumping into week 5 of my 6-week Intro to Flexible Dieting program. And last week, I threw a lot of information at you guys. We were tracking protein, we were tracking alcohol, we were talking about eating out, we were talking about sleep, all that good stuff. So you should have a full week of information already jotted down and ready to send in. So what I want you to do is take that information and shoot it over me via Facebook inbox. I'll look it over, assess it, and then give you some feedback. And this upcoming week, because we'll be going into week 6, which will be our final week, I want another full week of information. So we'll have 2 weeks of solid information tracking all of those things we talked about. But there's one more thing we're going to be tracking, and that's going to be steps. Now, the reason I like tracking steps is because it's called NEAT. It's non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Okay, those are just the calories we burn just by kind of moving around. Okay, it's not quite cardio, it's not quite, running or things like that. This is more just everyday movements. A lot of people have the misconception that as we age, our metabolism slows down significantly, where it's not really the case. What actually really happens is our activity slows down. So by monitoring our NEAT, which is having some data compiled of our energy expenditure, which is through steps, we have a good idea of how many calories we're burning throughout the day when it comes to that. So if you have a Fitbit, that's great. If you don't have a Fitbit or a way to track steps, you can always just download an app on your phone, keep it on you, and it should monitor the amount of steps that you're taking per day. And we at least have some rough information to go off of. So then we know, hey, I didn't move a lot this week, so I didn't see some extra calories being expended, so I didn't see a weight loss. So that's just another way to monitor, or like I like to call it, run a self-diagnostic test on ourselves. The more info, the better. Now, the reason I'm not just going to shout out and say do a ton of cardio is because what happens a lot of the time is when we tend to do too much cardio, our body tends to get stressed out. And when it gets stressed out, inflammation occurs. When inflammation occurs, cortisol levels rise. Cortisol levels rise, what happens? Water retention takes place. So when it comes to NEAT, that non-exercise activity thermogenesis, it's a low stress activity that we can increase that will greatly benefit us when it comes to weight loss and weight loss sustainability. So this week we're going to add another column, and that's going to be steps. If you can track that for me the next 7 days and send that in, we can now see on average how many steps you're taking. I also want you guys to work on those habits and behaviors to make sure we're monitoring and improving ways we can, keep on top of that. So again, because when it comes to weight loss sustainability, we have to change those habits and behaviors. So this upcoming week, it's going to be a lot more information, as far as what you're sending in, because we're going to be talking about protein, we're going to be talking about, sleep and all those other things, calories, weight, all of that. So when we jump into week 6, we now have a full week of absolutely pretty much everything you need to assess what's going on when it comes to weight loss, how to lose it, and how to keep it off long term. So this week, again, send in your information ASAP. I'll look it over, inbox you back. Starting the next 7 days, we're going to start tracking NEAT, which is steps. We're going to call it steps per day. And we're going to take that into consideration during our next week assessment. So this week, the video is going to be a little shorter because now we're just basically gathering information and going over and assessing it. If you guys have any questions as far as flexible nutrition, as far as what we've been over so far, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section, because again, this program is designed so that you guys get a fully understanding of how to properly implement flexible nutrition. So if you have any questions, again, drop it in the comment section. And again, this upcoming week, we'll be tracking NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. I look forward to hearing back from you guys. A little shorter video this week, but a lot of data you'll be responsible for sending in. So get that info into me ASAP. And again, if you don't have a Fitbit, you can just download a tracking app on your phone. I'll talk to you guys soon.